You know, there's nothing like being behind the scenes in the green room. I can't think of a better place to be than right here with the one and only DiDi Wong. Yes. Now, I wish I could hang out with you, and I wish I could read this bio, this very extensive, very long. So what I'll do, because I'm not good at reading stuff and I hate doing that, I'll take a moment and I'll just ask DiDi to answer the question, like, who is DiDi and what are you up to these days?
Who is DiDi? Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here at the Shay Brown show. And oh my gosh, Shay Brown's energy is up my alley. I've always been called, DiDi, you have such great energy. You have such high energy. I think Shay is on par with me. So we're doing a little bit of match today. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here. Very honored. Thank you, Shay. Who is DiDi Wong? If you don't know me, I am originally from Hong Kong. Most people ask me where I'm from, not because of how I look, but because of how I sound. Because my accent, I call it right now the international accent, but I'm originally from Hong Kong and I grew up in England. So my English is really used to be sounding like posh and Queens-like, but now it's international. And I live in Los Angeles, although I am due to move somewhere. I'm not going to tell you yet until I decide soon. I am a mother of 4 with 4 children at 9 and under. So I have a very busy life. I own several businesses. I'm an investor. I'm an international award-winning speaker. I love speaking and inspiring the world, stepping on the stage and just looking at amazing faces who have the eyes to want to do something. And this is why I'm here with you guys, Shay, and your audience here. I just love inspiring and giving value and serving the community of entrepreneurs.
We love what you do, and thanks so much for that. And, folks might be kind of curious because you've done so much, right? You help people take their ideas to an income. You're on different shows. Before we get into that, and I know you get into how to turn every stranger into an ally. I get that. But take a moment, if you would, if we can just slow down, then we'll speed up. With this global health crisis that's going on, so much happening in the world, what type of conversation, take us behind the scenes, that you and your colleagues are having to stay encouraged or to stay motivated or to shift your business model? How are you guys doing that? What type of conversations are you having?
Well, a lot of people are saying, oh, these are such difficult times. Oh, these are such, unprecedented times. So the languaging of that is quite negative, right? I'm always about positive languaging. And my messaging in communication, in wording, in sentencing, and in the intention behind the sentences that you say with your mouth open, is actually, these are great times. These are times of opportunity. These are times where actually a lot of people needed this jolt of something to make them wake up to the mundane and automated life that they've been living. So in fact, these past 7 months has been really an eye-opener for all of us. And I believe that, talking to my colleagues, talking to other speakers, and doing all these networking and virtual summits, we are all actually thinking, hey, this is a time for all of us to either, if you have a job and always had an idea to start a company, this is the time to do it. If by the end of the pandemic, you don't come out with doing something that you have always wanted to do, because this is the time to do it, like write a book or try to get on a speaking platform and get your craft ready for that, or even just start your own business, which is what my idea to income is all about. By the end of the pandemic, you don't produce something that you've always wanted. So we're really positive in the entrepreneurial world, speakers world, authors world. We are really out there unconditionally giving love and advice to people.
I love what you're doing, and we're in the green room, right? So we get to ask any question. This is where the magic happens. You happen to be involved in a project, and for those folks that are tuned in, don't worry. We'll get to this whole connection and this whole cash flow and turning strangers into allies. We'll get into that, but I'm just curious before we get started, which we will in just a moment. What is this whole Shark Tank, hip hop? Take a moment and just say, what is it? What's its mission? And why are you involved?
Well, I am an executive producer of this newly developed show. We are shopping it to the networks right now with a lot of interest. We've got some quite big name A-type personalities on as judges. And I call it the hip hop Shark Tank because we are using the business model of a Shark Tank TV show, but with the idea that we really want to follow the current Black Lives Matter movement, so that we really give the opportunity for young Black generation, as well as minorities, so Latinas, Indians, Asians like us, like me, that opportunity to step into a platform where they can really pitch. They do their elevator pitch to a judge who is an investor. And then even if they don't get into the world of getting a deal, we can actually help them by mentoring them and put them into an incubator to actually help them become millionaires. So that is really the idea of this Money Moves is called.
What again did you say?
Money Moves.
Money Moves. So money's moving from one investor over to folks that need it the most.
There you go. I like it. But I am really proud of this project because I'm married to a half Black, half white man. My children are all mixed up, and they are going to have to grow up in this world where, with everything that happened with George Floyd and the, people protesting and all of this stuff, it's actually, again, a wake-up call for all of us to see what can we do as individuals. So if I'm an executive producer of a TV show that can make a change and make impact, then I want to do it.
I love it. I love what you're doing, man. It's amazing. Look, we got a show. Carol, I see you out there. John, good to see you again. So many folks are tuning in right now. I know we got to go. We're in agreement. We got to get this thing kicked off.
Yeah, I want to do this watch party.
5, my favorite thing is 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. We'll be right back. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to empower. Our mission is to inspire. And our mission really is to provide you, that's right, you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big, big, big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And I believe you have 3 visions. I like to always share 3 visions. I believe first you have a vision for yourself, right? The clothes you want to wear, the car you want to drive, the organic food that you can't wait to eat, I'm sure. And it takes resources, which means it takes revenue. And I believe you have a second vision, by the way. You have a vision for your loved ones. Mother dear just turned 73 years old. I'm blessed. She's only 15 minutes away from me here, and I had a chance to spend time with her yesterday, taking groceries to her home. And, earlier I couldn't go see Mother, but she got really good at using the credit card, by the way. It takes resources, right? She's good at ordering stuff online. And some of you are like that as well. You want to write a check for the cause you believe in. You want to send your kids to a school of your choice. You want to pay someone's health care. It takes resources, which means it takes, I know, revenue, right? And then there's a third vision you have, I believe you have a vision for the people, you, not me, you were called to serve. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you're Noah in the Bible. And you don't have to be a believer, happen to be a believer. But imagine Noah in the Bible. And right before you get started, there's a knock at the door. You're like, what's going on? Noah, over here. Yeah, what's going on? I'm sorry to report, but there are no hammers in the house. Okay, cool. No hammers. I'm all right. Why would I panic with no hammers? What's here? Me. Here. Yeah. What's going on? There are no nails either. I might as well confess. Okay. No hammer. No nails. Rule number 1: you never panic. You never panic. What is it now? There are no people and there's no wood. Good luck, Noah. And maybe that's you right now. You've got the big heart. You can't believe anymore, but there are no resources because there's no revenue to get your business off the ground. So we brought the one and only DiDi Wong, who's here today to bring some resources. Is going to help you right now. What's up, DiDi? How are you?
Oh my God, I love it. I actually, that story reminds me of the 3 little pigs that I read to my children. Thank you, Shay Brown. I love being here. Already the energy is high up. We're going to give you some really great value, right?
Yes. Now you jump right into it. Let me just address the elephant in the room. You said convert a stranger into an ally. Can you take a moment and tell us why you picked that title? And who should pay attention right now to what you got to say?
I picked that title because in business, it's not about your product. It's really not about the money. It's about the people. It's about the people you connect with whenever you have a chance to have a conversation with them. And that could be pitching for an investor, that could be pitching for a JV partner, that could be pitching to have a new client, that could be pitching to find a boyfriend, to find a husband. So I really talk about pitching in your life in general as an everyday thing. And how do you actually connect with that stranger and turn them into an ally so that they want to do things with you, for you, and actually become a friend?
What do you think is the number one reason holding entrepreneurs back today from just being able to express themselves, even not only to a stranger, but sometimes to colleagues, so they can start collaborations, they can start partnerships, they can build their networks? You and I wouldn't be together right now if it wasn't for the lovely, fantastic, beautiful woman out of Atlanta, the one and only Amy Walker, and all the way on the other side, he has an ego, Mr. Eric Awesome Swanson. He couldn't just be Mr. Eric Swanson. He had to be awesome, right? He had to be the awesome one that were willing to put us together and say, you know what? I know someone you should connect. So my question back to you is, what's one of the challenges holding folks back from pitching or sharing their idea with anyone, forget a stranger, so they can connect with them?
It's self-confidence. Simply put, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. And if you can, this is really my number one word, because out of the Yes Academy, I have 3 words. It's confidence, connections, and cash flow. So if you have confidence, you're going to be able to connect when you speak to someone. And when you connect, the cash flow just comes. So that's the philosophy that I run by. So if you don't work on your self-confidence on a daily basis, you are going to lack that self-confidence to want to approach, to want to feel like, to have a feeling like, I know I can do this, to approach a conversation and give people your ideas and connect in a deeper way than just surface, oh, what's the weather like today? And, oh, what did I eat for lunch? But more so than that, that's what I love about this conversation, turning every stranger into an ally.
Yeah. Can you share one idea that you have for someone that needs to be able to connect? I mean, they're Googling you now. We sent your bio. I was like, oh my gosh. She was able to get into Oprah the magazine. 2020, by the way. That didn't say Oprah the show, by the way. It said Oprah the magazine 2020. You made able to connect with so many powerful folks, and they might be thinking, gosh, Shay, I don't even know where to start. So can you, for the person that's experienced, let's talk to them for a moment. They're an entrepreneur. They've been working on their craft. They're really, really good, but they have a hard time connecting with folks. What's 1 or 2 ideas that you can share with them that can help them as they're listening right now? And as you're tuning in out there, by the way, you can pay this message forward. Like, you can bless another entrepreneur. You can help someone else. We believe in the giver's economy. The person outgives the competition, out-earns the competition. So hit the share button. Hit the watch party button right now. We hit the share button. You hit that watch party button, and that thing pops up, the little box in there. Just put in there, connect. That's all you got to do to me. Just put connect. She said connect and confidence. You just put confidence and connect. Hashtag DiDi Wong. Now, don't worry about the cash flow. The money will come. Just put confidence and connect. hashtag DiDi Wong. Pay her a message forward to your network. You can put it into your private Facebook group. I'm sure she's okay with that. Now I'm going to ask her to release something to you, which is, how does she connect? What's one or two ideas she has?
Well, you know what you asked me, Shay, and I want to take this seriously. I know we're both like really energetic and positive and happiness, but you know, there are those people who are struggling and say, yeah, what can I do today to actually change my life? And I will tell you, if you can just write down 5 to 10 people who you speak to on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on monthly basis, and look at these people. Do they lift you up? Do they make you feel empowered? Do they make you feel like you can and support you? Those are the people you want to surround yourself with. And I always say that as you grow as an entrepreneur, it's really important to start looking at your circle of people. As you grow and become a more powerful entrepreneur, more successful entrepreneur, you want to level up and start surrounding yourself with other entrepreneurs who are above you, because I'm always about learning from other people. I'm a student of the universe. I never come to a conversation when I think I know everything, because that is, you know, you have to be humble and you want to learn. And so whenever I meet anybody, even if I don't know them, right? So I don't have any judgment upon them. But you don't come in thinking I'm better than you, or I've already done that, because you can always learn from somebody. So that's number one, that practical things that you actually can do right away is look at down your list of 5 to 10 people and take away all the people who don't serve you. Honestly, you have to change your circle of friends and really level up by networking, going to as many events online or when we open back up offline as possible, and really start introducing yourself as the person you want to be, the person that you are, but you want to be, so that people can start seeing you in a different light. So I hope that helps as one of the really main positive aspects of being an entrepreneur, and surrounding yourself with the right people to lift you up.
You know, it helps a lot. Can you share a time in your business or in your life where you had to use these skills yourself? And who were you able to connect with? Can you take us there, please?
Yeah. Okay. So my very first TV show I was asked to be on was like a Shark Tank. It's called Elevator Pitch, and it's online. It's a #1 digital business show online. It's now in its 6th season, but I was in the 1st season. And my mentor was the one who lifted me up. His name is David Meltzer, and he's the CEO of Sports One Marketing. He saw so much talent and potential in me that he asked me to be a judge on the show. Now, I've never been an investor before back then, and not an angel investor. I was a real estate investor. But he knew that I had the power in me to put me in a position, sitting right next to him. I was sitting next to billionaires, talking to entrepreneurs who came to our show to ask us to be investors to pitch us, basically, right? And so for me, that was a very uncomfortable situation. And you have to put yourself in those situations, push yourself further, and don't be afraid of it. Like if I tell you, DiDi Wong tells you, hey, I believe that you can be on my TV show, because I'm doing a TV show right now on Amazon Prime Video called Speak Up, and I highlight speakers. I have had 1 or 2 speakers who I have personally asked, I know you have that potential to be on this TV show and shine, but they didn't have the confidence to do so. Believe that I know that. And that's what I did. I believed that David Meltzer knew that there was a potential in me to be on Elevator Pitch. And I did a great job on the show. So it lifted me up and it made me have a learning experience. So that's pretty much the experience I had to get me to that level right from the start.
Wow, I love it. How does someone even go to prepare for something like that? I mean, you know, there might be some folks out there that heard you earlier talking about this whole Shark Tank type of, I'm not going to say lookalike, but type of program you have to help people get funding. Yeah. And then they hear you talk about you're part of this whole pitch deal. Like, oh my gosh, you were judging folks. So to the person that's listening, the entrepreneur, the speaker, the author, the coach, the trainer, the network marketer, the person that owns a franchise is really tuned in right now, what would you say is one thing they need to make sure they have down before they go to give their pitch?
Okay, this is so simple. You may think it's difficult. What do I prepare to be a show on a TV? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Actually, you just have to bring you. Like always, Be authentic, be you. Don't try to be somebody else. And your light will shine if you are just comfortable being you. And that is all the way back to my very first word, confidence. If you can work on yourself and be comfortable, no matter who you're talking to, no matter if you're talking to a homeless person and you're trying to help them, no matter if you're talking to a billionaire and you're trying to learn from them, you just be you. And if you are such a believer in yourself and your faith and who you are, and you're happy and have great self-esteem, then you can go to a TV show like that and just be you, and you will shine and people will fall in love with you. And by the way, I always say your vibe attracts your tribe. So if they don't appeal to you and you don't appeal to them, then they're not your tribe. And it's okay. We're not here to please every single person in this whole earth. We're not here to be best friends with everybody. So I know that when I speak to you, and if you are resonating with me, then you're my tribe. If you're not resonating with me, then you're not my tribe, and it's okay.
It's okay. I love it. You know, one of the things that we're talking about earlier is that, you participate in something called the Comeback Champion Summit. And how I want to frame the conversation for those folks that are tuned in, you listen to the one and only DiDi Wong, and you might be thinking, well, she's perfect, Shay. She has the husband. She has the kids. She gets to travel. She runs several businesses. Was there ever a time in her life, Shay, where she was some challenge that rocked her? And if so, how did she come back from that? What was one of her secrets to success? And I know they're wondering that, and it got me on their mind. So do you mind? I know it wasn't part of what we're going to talk about, but do you mind kind of sharing maybe a time where you had to apply some of these principles in your own life?
Absolutely. Every entrepreneur who's a successful entrepreneur must have gone through some failures of some sort. And mine actually only happened at the end of 2018. So it wasn't long ago. I organized an event called the Women Economic Forum, Los Angeles. And it was a 3-day speaking event with a gala on the third night. And I was so gung-ho. I would do everything 100% committed. And if I can't commit, I don't do it, right? So when I decided to do this in 5 months, most people take a year and a half to organize a 3-day with a gala event. Here I am, DiDi Wong, just dive in and decided I'm going to do this and it's going to be great. But no, it wasn't great for me. And I will tell you, I lost over $250,000 in just 3 days. I got into my cash flow debt. I have a lot of, I was what you call the assets, I had a lot of assets, but I was cash flow poor. At that time, because of this event, I was just like really having to put out so much. And I wasn't able to get the people as many people as I wanted in the door. And, and right now I'm able to say it with a smile on my face because it really was such a great experience for me. I saw myself go through 2019, really, wow, like I can really control my own emotions. I can really continue to be the happy, bubbly self, even though I was really going through some financial difficulties. And I don't know, I think that it really showed me that I really have the power to be the person that I am today, to give advice as an entrepreneur, to be an expert in this field, because I have gone through some kind of traumatic financial situation, getting, collections notes, owing credit card companies lots of money and having to pay lots of interest. Now I know what that really feels like, so that I can really talk on this topic with experience and with genuineness. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. I appreciate you sharing that. You're being very authentic. You're being very real and very transparent. And we certainly appreciate that, because I know part of your core philosophy is not only is it confidence, but it's also cash flow. Take a moment and share with us why you put that cash flow on the end and why that's so important.
Well, as you can see behind me, I have that $100 Benjamin bill behind me. Some people perceive it, depending on how you see it. I think money is really a tool to help people. And I put it up there to remind myself the money that I make is really because I'm an investor. I love investing. I love making other people's dreams come true as well as my own. And the more money I make, the more I can help other people. That's kind of really my philosophy. And I'm not afraid, as a woman entrepreneur, as an angel investor, as a Chinese woman per se, we don't really talk about money, in this. It's a taboo still. A lot of people are uncomfortable talking about money. But I really want to put it on the forefront of your mind, because the more money I make, the more money I can help you invest or help you do the things that you can do. So I actually think that earlier on you asked me a question about what can people actually do as an entrepreneur to really go out there and take it to the next level. I tell you, the secret is invest in yourself. Find a mentor and invest in yourself, because when I found David Meltzer, my life changed, and I paid him to be my mentor. I have paid many other mentors to be my mentors. In fact, when I'm done with a contract or an agreement and the time period is done, I'm like, okay, I'm at this level now. Who can I reach out to be my mentor so I can continue learning from a person who is way high above of me, and so I encourage you. I have a keynote that's called The Power of Mentorship. And I really tell you all the different aspects of how a mentor can really help you and finding the right one as well.
Well, they got to go get that keynote, but you got to give us one idea. You can't just leave us hanging on the cliff. You can't say, well, I'll tell you how to do this. Can you give us one idea about either selecting the right mentor, how to work with a right mentor, how to walk away with assignments from the right mentor, whatever golden nugget you want. And for those folks that are out there right now, you're thinking, wow, Shay, this is what I need. This is my time. Hit the watch party button. Hit the share button. Pay this message forward to another little girl or little boy or big girl or big boy that's out there right now that's thinking, you know what? I've got to have the right confidence, Shay. I've got to have the right connection. And cash flow is important because I got to get those resources you talked about in the very beginning. And so hit the watch party button. And for those that did that, thank you so much. We appreciate it. If you're listening to the podcast, I get it. If you're on Roku right now, on Apple TV, look, find the link. Just share someone. Tell someone about DiDi Wong, because now she's about to not only tell you about cash flow, but how her best secret, not ideas, on how to really work with a mentor. And this is important. Take it away, DiDi.
So the secret is listen to your gut. There's a TV show on Netflix right now called Your Gut, Your Second Brain. We talk about the brain. Okay, so the brain is success principle number 12, but success principle number 13 from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, the number one most sold business book in the whole wide world, is called Think and Grow Rich. Please go watch it. I'll read it. Actually, there is a movie that my dear friend John Shin is producing called Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy. So please go find that and watch it. Success principle number 7 is my most important, which is decision. Success principle number 13 is other most important, which is intuition, the sixth sense. So when I ask you to think about finding the right mentor, it's not about their name, it's not about what they've achieved. All of that, yes, is very important. But I tell you, just like how you find your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you have to go through some mentors to find the right one. Listen to your gut. If your gut is telling you that this is the right person, then put that money down, sign that contract, and go for it. That's what I would say. That's my secret.
I love it. You're giving away a lot of the golden nuggets, the secrets that can really help people, not tomorrow, but today. And it doesn't take a Cash App. It doesn't take a Zelly payment. In fact, DiDi showed up today. She didn't ask me for a Cash App. She didn't ask me for a Zelly payment. She said, Shay, I'm all in. I'm all in to do 2 things. Serve plus add value. Serve plus add value. Take a moment.
I love serving. I mean, serving, you know what? Good karma comes around, goes around, right? You calling, and I talk about manifesting all these amazing things that's in my career. Look, I'm 44. I only just started coming out to the world at the age of 40. So it's been 4 years. And because before I was just a mother who was breastfeeding my twins. I mean, seriously, not joking, not right. It's funny, but I really was just a mother in my 30s. I was running another company, but it was not successful as how I wanted to be because I was part-timing it because I was really a mother. But when I turned 40, boy, I pressed that start button. I found my mentor, David Meltzer, and my career skyrocketed. And can you imagine, within 6 months of calling myself a speaker, I was invited to the UN to speak to United Nations. And I saw my name in lights in Times Square. And these other things, and then Oprah magazine, happening this past year, this March 2020 was my issue. Like, I just have all these things land on my lap. And it doesn't happen just by chance. It's because I believe, I have faith, I listen to my sixth sense, I surround myself with the right people, I make the right decisions, but most importantly, I make the right decisions rapidly. Now, I've accelerated my career because of my decision-making skills. So I am sure of myself when I say, yes, I'm going to do this with you, and I'm going to be 150% committed. And when you say yes, you must have integrity and follow up. When you tell somebody you're going to show up at some time, show up. Those are all the foundations of being a successful entrepreneur. So integrity is very important. How you speak, how you communicate, knowing your message and knowing what words to pick to string it into a sentence that is understandable and not dilly-dallying and just blabbering on about nothing. But be very direct with your languaging. I swear to you, when you are direct with your languages, which is what I talk about and what I teach, by the way, is, people understand you and they think you are competent because you are able to communicate what you're thinking out into an understandably easy conversation. And then lastly, again, the sixth sense. When your gut is telling you this, your languaging is right, and everything is going to just come to your lap. And if it's not, then contact me. Honestly, contact me. If it's not working for you, I will get to the bottom of why, and I'll teach you how to get it right.
Wow. One of the things I love about you, and I know we're going to go into another segment about our core philosophy, is you have this balance between your business and making sure that you're centered with your family and home. And that's one of the things I always say, even about the happy entrepreneur. It's not about being happy. It's about having joy on the inside, because you can be happy, but it doesn't mean you're naive. You can be happy, but it doesn't mean you think every day is rainbows, unicorns, and cupcakes.
That's right.
You can be happy and you still make some mistakes, and you keep on going. So I want to encourage you and admire you for doing that, but you're such a giver. Even connecting with me, you're like, Shay, I can do this if you're willing to do that. And we were able to work it out. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. One of the core philosophies we have here at the Happy Entrepreneur Show is this whole belief that today is my January 1st. And for those folks that know what I'm about to do, you can look right below the video. You can write those words. Today is my January 1st. And for those folks who want to know, what is Shay talking about over there? What is he yelling about? Well, today is my January 1st, represents one of those moments. We don't wait for the calendar to say January 1st. We create a January 1st. It's a do-over. It's a fresh start. It's our past does not equal our future. And so,
that's right.
You either make a decision, and there's about 1,000 decisions you make throughout the day, maybe more. And any one of those decisions could change the trajectory of your life. So you make a decision, you're going to eat hamburgers and French fries and salt and pepper and ketchup and some hot sauce. Or you make a decision, you're going to open up the refrigerator. You're going to open it inside. There's going to be some kale. That sounds good. Brussels sprouts. That sounds even better. Broccoli. Doesn't it get better? That's a January 1st moment. You decide you're going to work out. That's what you promise you're going to do during this time. Or you sit back and binge watch on Netflix. A January 1st moment. My question to DiDi is on the other side. When you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what does it mean to you? What do you hear?
I really love this, Shay. Like, every day you can make January 1st. You don't have to wait for that Monday. You don't have to wait for the first of the month. I will be very honest with you and confess to you that I am one of those very, very organized people where I do like to start things on a Monday. I do like to start things on first of the month. But, you're inspiring me, Shay, honestly, because I will tell you during this quarantine, because okay, every entrepreneur and successful entrepreneur have their downfalls. And here I am confessing to you mine, because the last 7 months, I have not used a babysitter. I have not used any cleaning ladies to let anybody in my house. I have had to homeschool 4 children under the age of 9. My husband and I have had no time for each other, really in support of each other, and just going off of our calendars and he knows right now I am recording. So he is out there taking care of my children. So we're really working cohesively. But why I'm bringing all that up is because I have been struggling to, find my own time for self-care and to all the things that I used to love. I always talk about self-care being the first thing because I'm talking about confidence. You have to have this. But, the quarantine 15, they call it 15 pounds, I've definitely gained in this time. And for me, every Monday, I think, okay, I'm going to start my new diet, or I'm going to start. So I am struggling myself at that, Shay. So I want to thank you to say that every day can be a new day. And for my work, it's so easy. I'm so ambitious when it comes to my career. And I can teach people to do things, but somehow there's hiccup for me. And you probably, whoever's listening right now, you may be really, really good at consulting somebody, giving advice or telling someone to do that. But, you may not be doing it yourself. So I want to walk the walk and talk. Luckily, I'm not a fitness instructor and I'm not a nutritionist. I am good with my business things. But I'll tell you, if anybody listening right now want to say, oh, I'm just going to wait until the end of the year and start January 1st. No, please don't, because right now is the pandemic, the preparation time for when January 1st comes along, 2021, when we have maybe a new president or the current president, whatever it is, a new thing happening, right? We need to be prepared for that. And that this is the time. We're in September right now. We're near the fourth quarter of the year. This is the time to do the preparation. So I'm telling you, I'm confessing to you, but I'm also making an agreement with you and the audience here that I am going to do my best to get rid of this quarantine 15 for myself, because I feel better when I'm a little lighter. I'm not fat per se, but I just, it's for myself more than for vanity reasons. It's really for my inner peace. And so let's do it together. Let's do it together. Whatever you want to start, I'll start with you, and let's do it together.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to start trying to be on track with cooking, by the way, because I've gotten kind of lazy now, because you can order stuff and order food. I think I spend more money out than I do in, by the way. But thanks for being so transparent. They might be wondering, what was DiDi's January 1st moment? The moment where she said to herself, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to serve others, and I'm going to do it in this media platform, which was what you do. You teach folks, how they can obtain money by having the right pitch, by having the right connection, by having the right message. So what was that January 1st moment, that defining moment? You said, I'm planting my flag, I'm drawing a line in the sand, and this is my jam.
Yeah, I would actually give you practical tips to do this, because I think instead of just thinking it, first off, thinking it is the way to do. You have to think it, imagine it. Also, success principles from Napoleon Hill. Then you write it down, right? You write it down and put your goal, or you can write a list of it. But then after that, not just writing it down and closing the book and putting it away on the shelf. You write it down so it's ingrained in you. You say it as a mantra. Like, let's say if I did want to say the 15 pounds is my goal for first of the year, I will write, I will be 100 and so number by this time, right? And then that's your mantra for saying it into your head, but also saying it out loud, just like what I did on this summit right now, on this podcast. Like, I am telling you out loud to an audience, and who knows how many people will watch this. I'm confessing, I am actually stating out to the world that I am going to do this. Therefore, I'm keeping myself accountable. So if whatever your moment for your 1st of January 2021 is, put that down to your writing and make it happen by saying it out loud and saying it repetitively on a daily basis. That's what I would say.
I love it. You probably heard this before because folks are excited. Just like you said, I'm going to get started today. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to start my diet plan. I'm going to start cooking. I'm going to start doing this. They're excited when they write today is my January 1st, just like they were excited back on December 31st after a couple drinks. On a napkin, they were writing down their New Year's resolutions. They couldn't wait to get going. And we know how that story ended, right? So my question to you, because sometimes there's truth inside of truisms, right? So my question to you is, one of the truths is consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do people struggle with? And my hand is always raised high, by the way. They struggle with consistency. So what is DiDi's secret formula in order to be consistent and to hashtag stay the course?
Oh, I love this. It's use your calendar. I teach how to time block. Calendar is my friend, is my best friend. I look at it the night before, so I know what's happening the next week, next day first, and then I actually plan ahead. I'm very much an organized person. I have to be. I run 3 businesses. I have 4 children. I have a husband I need to continue taking care of as well. So I would say, we talked about earlier, writing it down, right? Writing your goals down, saying it as a mantra. But now let's take it further by putting it into your calendar. So let's say if you want more clients, like client acquisition is really something that you should put on a priority list. I've been telling my clients, truly on a daily basis, I do take at least an hour to network, no matter if it's talking on an interview like this, networking on Facebook, direct messaging people on LinkedIn, emailing people who have emailed me in the past. In the last 3 events that I've been to, the people I've met, do I follow up with them? Put all those things in, make it practical by saying, call so-and-so from, let's say I spoke at the Best You Expo just about a month and a half ago, right? I remember meeting about 15 people who were really warm to hot leads. So instead of just, oh, nice meeting you, and see you whenever we meet again, I will actually write down in an Excel sheet, first name, last name, email, telephone number, and I would notes. And I would say connected the day after, I'll put the date on. And then I would follow up with, put a follow-up column and say, what date would I follow up with? And so I actually turned them into my clients. So actually I put them all into my group coaching that I'm running currently, into my elevator pitch 4-week course. So this is what I would encourage you to do. When you want more clients or when you want more speaking platforms, who are the people that you need to reach out to? And then write a list. It doesn't take longer than an hour. I'm telling you, if you actually just sit down on your computer or your laptop and actually open up an Excel sheet or Google sheet and actually document names, first name, last name, email, telephone number, notes, where you met, anything you want to add, and write down and actually be organized about the fact that you will communicate with them, right? That is how you can acquire clients to increase your capital. So those are real practical steps.
No, I love it. In a minute, we're going to ask and understand who some of your mentors were and success tips. But for those folks that are listening right now, they're like, wow, this is cool, Shay. Like, I want to be able to connect with DiDi Wong. But, what type of clients is she working with these days? What type of entrepreneurs is she even looking for? I heard she's doing a show. I heard she also does keynotes. She does speaking. She works with folks. So do you mind taking a moment and telling folks a little about who you're looking to work with right now, and then give them a way they can connect with you so they can stay in the conversation over and beyond today?
I am working mostly with people who want to become speakers or in their first month or year of speaking, but they're not getting on any stages. I will help you improve your technique. But most importantly, this is what I tell everybody who comes into my vicinity and want me to be their mentor. I say, because I do have the blessed life right now, I can pick whom I want to work with. It's important you put people in the right place for the time that you want to spend with them. And I will say that for now, the best way to go about connecting with me is DiDi at DiDiWong.com. And you can find me on social media at DiDi Wong, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. And what I want to say about, working with me is just know that I really love to surround myself with people who have great energy. That's number one. So if you are in a paycheck to paycheck job and you want to get out of it, you want to start a business, I help people launch businesses. That's kind of the investor part of me. And then if you are an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor who are an expert in your field and you want to become a speaker, because by the way, did you know that the number one most paid job is be a speaker? Did you know that, Shay?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the number one in the world, best paying profession is a speaker.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I need to go.
And there are different types of speakers. So there are speakers who are keynote speakers, like an Oprah Winfrey, that you can literally pay to be on your platform. But I'm talking about the second level, where you pay to play, where you can speak and you can sell your expertise to teach people. That is really a very fruitful, monetizing career, and it gets you up on stage and sharing your beliefs, and it's a good thing because you're really inspiring other people. So yeah, I work with experts, I work with authors, I work with speakers. I have the added uniqueness of putting you on international platforms. I know a lot of promoters, meeting planners, producers, myself as well. I have a TV show on Amazon Prime, and I'm always looking for speakers. So yeah.
Yeah, she's a super duper incredible rock star, by the way. Thank you. For those folks that are tuning in, by the way, Johnny L. Max said the calendar tip was worth the price of admission today by itself. Demetrius said, I really need to hear this today. Sheila, what's going on? Sheila, thanks a lot for watching, man. Karen, thanks for tuning in. James, it is always a pleasure. As we're coming down the home stretch, they might be wondering, of all the success ideas you know. This is my favorite question, by the way. Of course, they're all my favorite questions. I wouldn't ask them, but this is really my favorite question. But of all the mentors you've had along this journey of life, success ideas, what's your number one success idea that you would like to share with the audience in order for them to be successful?
Success principle number 7. I told you earlier, my favorite success principle is decision. When you make a decision, you have to make it quick. In that chapter itself, if you just want to read something today to inspire you, read chapter 7 of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Chapter 7 says, if you are someone who can actually make a decision, but in a succinct, fast, accelerated, assured way, you are bound for success. And that is the one talent that I have as DiDi Wong, the successful woman that you see in front of you, hearing in front of you. I am really good at making my decisions and not delaying them and being wishy-washy, because I believe in my sixth sense. When Shay Brown came to me, was invited to be on this, and Eric, my great friend, and Amy Walker, my great friend, both told me on the same day that I must speak to Shay Brown. I made the decision, that I'm gonna come on board and be a speaker on the summit. And great things is gonna happen out of this. I know it. Anybody who's watching and rewatching or watching the recording, somebody from this is going to contact me. I know it. And that's just the power of making that decision to be on the show, spending some time, not paid to be on it, to want to give value, to want to connect with this audience, and I can help you, and I know that things will happen. So if you are making decisions every day, all day, and making good decisions, then I swear to you, you'll probably be on your way to being very, very successful.
Oh, I love it, man. You're just a rock star. You're just incredible. You just don't hold back. She's a big giver. For those folks that are out there that are listening right now, you're like, whoa, Shay, now is the time. I'm listening to DiDi. Now is the time. Look below the video and just hit the number 1. That's just the bat signal. Just hit number 1. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to make any comments. Just hit number 1. And that number 1 means, you know what? I'm ready to connect. I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to add value, and the rest will happen. Just hit the number 1 right below the video, because now is the time for you to take your business to another level, to connect with DiDi, to learn how to be a speaker on the stage or on a show. Now is the time. DiDi, as we come down the home stretch, I know I said that, but this is so important. I love asking the question about mentors, and you talked about that earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and play back what you said, which is basically it's important to have a mentor. So of all the mentors you've had along this journey of life, and I know you've had so many along, and it's hard. So you have to tell us the mentor, but what's one idea that you learned from your mentor that we can now take because you passed it through to us? You paid it forward to us. So all you out there now, put your hands like this and say, yes! She's paying it forward to me right now. Now is the time.
Oh my God, you literally just said it. You didn't even realize it, Shay. Now is the time. My number one thing that I've learned from all my mentors, the most effective mentors in my life, is when you think of something to do it now. So if I say, oh, where are my keys? Oh, where am I? Go and find them now. Oh, I mustn't forget to put that book in the thing because I want to give that book to the person I'm going to meet tomorrow. Do it now. Go get your book, put it in your purse and give it out tomorrow so you won't forget. Anything that you can think of that you need to do now, do it now. That's it. That's my simple yet very effective advice for you.
Well, you're a rock star. You're amazing. Let me first say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. You've got a heart to give. You've got a heart to serve, and you provide so much value to so many folks out there. We really appreciate it. One thing I know about you, DiDi, is you can always make more money. I know you can make more money, but you can't make more time. So you're taking time away from your husband who's watching the 4 kids. Shout out to him. You're taking time away from your kids. You're taking time away from your business to be here with us. And Amy Walker and Eric Swanson, thank you so much. It's a great connection.
That's right. Thank you.
Each other. So I want to turn it over to you to have your final thoughts, your final comments. Once again, tell them how they can connect with you if you're out there right now and you missed that. She's going to tell you how you can best connect with her. And then she did agree to give her final thoughts, final comments. And so to inspire you or encourage you. Some people don't want to do that. Well, I should say that. Some people are busy. They got to go, and we get that. But DiDi was like, nah, Shay, I'm good. Whatever you need. I'm like, really? Yes. There was no script. She says, Shay, let's just go serve the people. And that's what we're doing right now.
Thank you. And I really deeply do feel the spirit from you, Shay, that we are both people who truly want to serve. Some people, you feel it more than others, and I feel it deeply with you. So thank you as well for doing the show that you do. You don't have to do it either, right? And inviting and organizing and planning for all of us to get on your show. So, I want to give back to you by saying I'm grateful for people like you, and thank you so much for inviting me on again. The last words I want to leave with all of you. Well, first off, please connect with me. I love meeting new friends. DiDiWong.com is my website, @DiDi Wong with all the social media out there. You can email me at DiDi@DiDiWong.com. So it's so simple. My name is DiDiWong. And by the way, I want to gift you guys my free book, ebook, which is called How to Perfect Your Elevator Pitch, subtitled Turn Every Stranger into an Ally. And you can get that at www.DiDiWongfreebook.com. DiDiWongfreebook.com. Very simple. So I would love to give that to you. It's a very simple 4-chapter book that you can read in one go. It will really help you with your languaging and pitching. And the last thought I had for you is I have 2 mantras that I use for every time I speak, every time I do an interview, and it won't be different with you guys. And that is love yourself first. Love yourself first. And the second one is be your own best friend. What I mean by that is be comfortable enough so that you can talk to anybody that comes your way, no matter if it's homeless or a billionaire. I said that earlier. Be your own best friend so you can be comfortable with yourself in your alone time. I read somewhere quickly that Bill Gates, every year he takes some weeks off. I think it's like 2 months off or something like that, where he secludes himself to have alone time alone with himself, to be his own best friend. So I encourage you to find alone time, to think about what you want to do for yourself that will make you happy. Be it just literally booking a massage, reading a book that will inspire you, listening to a podcast in your ears and really kind of being present to the words that you're listening to a song that you want to sing to, organizing to start a new instrument, to start a new language, whatever it is that you serve your soul, I encourage you to do that. And that is what I mean by be your own best friend, because the happier you are, the happier everyone will be around you. And so appropriate for this show called The Happy Entrepreneur. So I hope I served you, and I hope that you'll come back to me for many, many more, and I'm happy to help.
I can't wait. Thank you so much. With that being said, for all of you out there watching, I want you to know that you're amazing. Every one of you are incredible. You've got so much greatness inside you. And for you, the best is still yet to come, because you now have the confidence. DiDi has given that to you. For you, today is your January 1st, because you now can connect with other folks. So you can do the things you want to do, but do it in partnership and in harmony. And for you, today is your January 1st, because now you can have more cash flow, to have more meaning in the world, to have more impact in the world, and to make $1 and a difference at the same time. So with that being said, my name, by the way, for people who are doing all that screaming, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things out. We connect again next time. Remember, time is so very, very long. It really is. Life, on the other hand, is very, very short. So you got to live in the moment. You got to make it count. God bless me. Wish you success. Thanks a lot, DiDi. We out of here.
Thank you,
see you next time. You
Shay.
guys
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. We got promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Thank you. God bless.